cousins, and welcome back to the Finesse and Failure podcast. Today, I have a special guest, y'all. One of my classmates is in the building to drop some marketing gems for us. Matt, do you know how weird it is trying to refer to you as Leo?
Yeah, that's weird. You ain't
Like,
got to.
so weird. I be trying to be professional, but I've always known you as Matt from the Met. So that's what we
But
call
Matt,
it
but
today.
Matt is professional though. I mean, it's cool. It's all right.
All
I,
right,
I
it's cool
yeah,
with you, it's cool with me.
yeah, for sure.
To get into it real quick, I have a couple questions that a lot of them are going to be close to your personal slash business life, but I
Uh,
wanted to what is rowing?
what is wrong?
Yeah, what is rowing?
That's a company that I own. Stands for Rise Up a Nation, right? So it's a media group. I fund my photography, videography, and my events through that name.
Okay, cool. Where did rowing start?
Uh, I don't know. I know I was in Myrtle Beach, and I was just thinking to myself, what would be a good way to connect a lot of people at one time? I just graduated college, so I was trying to formulate like a big blog type site. So it started as like an online magazine, and I would just like research on Instagram and see who was popping at different campuses and just get them little interviews and things like that. So that's how it started. Yeah.
Okay, so it sounds a lot like networking. It sounds a lot like just building a community of your own. How big has rowing got in the last 5 years?
It's gotten real big. You know what I'm saying? Where you at right now, Alabama? You know.
Alabama, all the way in Alabama.
No, it's gotten real big. I was able to take my talent to Dubai across the country, so it's doing pretty well. You
I see
know,
you in Dubai. I love the photos. So I know your background. I know you went to college for business and marketing. What did you even get into that?
you said again.
What made you get into business and marketing as something you wanted to do as your career field?
Well, I went to when I first went to USC Aiken, I got there in like 2011. I got out in 16. Um, I was actually majoring in fine arts, so that taught me like videography and the photography aspect of it. I was minoring in communication, so I went back to get my MBA last year. But the reason why I did all that is just stuff I was interested in, just what I like to do. So I figured if I'm going to school for it, the only way I'm gonna stay in school is to do something I want to do. If not, I'm gonna drop out. I know me. So
Right, right. Same, which is exactly what I did because I didn't know what I wanted to do in life. Never went back to USC again, never went back to college, period. I figured it wasn't for me because I don't feel like I
right,
need a degree to work for myself. I can pretty
you
much
don't.
teach myself or go to a class that's going to teach myself whatever I need to know.
That's
So,
facts. I went when I got out of school. I went. I mean, I applied for like I don't know. I was on Indeed hard. I applied for like 150 jobs. Nobody, hired me. So
even with a
lucky.
degree, that's crazy.
I'm fresh out. So if I was to try now, yeah, because I have 2 degrees, right? And they'll say, okay, the level of experience and level of education even out in their perspective. But I
Mm.
don't agree with that. If I'm in school and I push through, I should be able to get that job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
you're
it
supposed to
doesn't
give me
equate
the
to
experience.
experience.
Right, right.
Right,
Okay.
right.
So when you were
So
back in school back in 2013, 2014, 2015, studying all of these things, did you think that marketing would be as big as it is now? Is like so intertwined into our lives?
hell no, I was scared actually. So when I got to 2011, for real though, 2011, I got to school. I was majoring in what's the math engineering or something like that, right?
Hmm.
Engineering, right? Quickly switched that because I'm not about to do that. So anyway, um, as time, I felt like while I was in school, I watched it climbed up.
Hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So 2011, Instagram was formulated, what, 2012, 13. So I watched like the climb of it. I was just real lucky. So no, I didn't think about it. No, nobody could. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? No, nobody could see this happening at all.
Okay. So let's rewind back real quick because one of this was
Hmm.
a monumental moment for not only you but South Carolina, period. So back in
Hmm.
2020, you organized a Million Man March.
Right. Hmm.
How does it feel to be the center of something that big?
Um, I mean, it has this. I don't know. the perspective of it went like two ways. You know, a lot of people love it. A few people didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? So got a couple backlash from it. But when I think about it, I really don't focus on that like that. But when I think about it, I say, well, that's crazy. I think what's going to happen is because it just happened recently, what 3 years ago? Yeah, about 3 years ago now. I think 10, 15 years from now, that's when people will be like, "Oh shit, that was dope." You know what
It
I'm saying?
was.
But yeah,
I could tell you it was dope just from the outside looking in. Unfortunately, I wasn't there and I wasn't in South Carolina at the time, but I would have loved to be a
mhm.
part of that crowd, be in that area. What made you
It was
even
amazing.
put it together?
We was at the I had spoke at a rally a couple weeks before, right? So as I was speaking, you feel what I'm saying? A little later, we marched down to the police department. You can hear me? Oh yeah, I
A
was
rally.
speaking at a rally, or whatever. And then at that time, I was still kind of young, and I was like hot headed. So I was cursing, I was going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we marched down to the police department, and that's when like oh hell broke loose. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Right.
burning cars and shit. You know what I'm saying? So when I got home, that's all they showed. They didn't show anything. Now, granted, like the video of us speaking at the state house was going viral online, but the news decided to play the riots, and that was the notion that they was going for. So my theory is Roan Media Group, we control the media too. So we need to do this again in a different way so they can show us, you know what I'm saying, what actually happened in it, but in a bigger light
Right.
now. So that's why I
Right.
did it.
I don't think that the news is ever going to show the best parts
My facts.
or the most important parts or the most influential parts of an event. They're always going to show you the negative because that's their job.
Mm-hmm.
And it's our job as creators, as influencers, as just people, business owners to show them exactly what happened from our view.
Not as facts.
So the Million Man March being organized to rewrite something historical,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be seen as historical,
Later.
like you said, 15, 20 years from now. No one's ever going to look at it as, this was historical in the moment,
That's
because
facts.
the things MLK was doing, Rosa Parks was doing, like, they didn't think that was big.
Mm-hmm.
They just thought it was different.
I think a lot of backlash came from I'm not a traditional guy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I went up there, I marched. I got on the podium, national TV, which looking back now, as the older, I probably wouldn't do this, but cursing and all that. So I just did it the way I wanted to do it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what people don't like. They want you to stick to a certain level of agenda, and that's not me. So
And we're about to get to that because I think that your personality is a reason why your business is booming.
facts.
People vibe with you. It's a vibe. Whenever I come to shoot with you, I know I'm gonna laugh. I know I'm gonna have a good time. I
Mm,
know that I'm gonna get the quality I need, but I'm also, you're not the stereotypical business owner.
nah, I'm not.
You're not that
Or the
suit and tie type of guy.
Nah, no, I am so tight type of guy, but it's time now. Hey, slow down, slow your roll too much dip on your chip. Put it on. But nah, and I don't think I'm a traditional photographer either. That's why I don't hang around a lot of them because they weird. You know what I'm saying? I'm stand on that. Y'all weird as shit.
It do be weird. It do be a
Nah,
little weird sometimes,
I
but
think because what
they
happens?
artists.
No,
They
they're
artists.
weirdos that's not used to being around women. That's what it
Mm,
is. That's what it
mm.
is.
I
Yep.
can definitely I can definitely say I've had a run-in with a photographer that was like, "Oh, you doing a nude shoot?" Absolutely not. I said
Duh.
I was coming for a brand shoot.
What is she doing?
Brand shoot in a location that's secure. I never said I was coming naked. I
Yeah,
never said that.
it's
Yeah,
crazy.
nah. So, and that's how they come off, and that's why a lot of people are very nervous to shoot with people they don't know, and it's just you are a representation of your brand.
That's facts. That's
So,
facts. Yeah, that's facts.
so we gonna get into the marketing portion because this is
Mm-hmm.
the part that I want the question or I want the answers to.
Mm-hmm.
So, tell me what, and we're gonna use Culture Ball because it's coming up, right? And I got my ticket, I got my outfits, we
Bingo.
secured,
Yes, sir.
we in there April 1st.
I'm gonna be in there
But
with a
tell
boot.
me,
That's crazy. But anyway, go ahead.
Ooh, what did you
I
do?
told my Achilles, nigga, I gotta have surgery. No, you ain't know that. In fact,
Fuck.
yeah, I wish I had a boot. It's
Wheelchair man is crazy.
it's okay. I'm straight. Yeah, I got one good one. But what you said, the
All
coaching ball
right.
or what?
Culture Ball, how do you set up or how have you set up a successful marketing campaign for the Culture Ball?
Um,
What all goes into that?
well, I mean, from beginning to the end, it's all on pre-marketing, right? So I will
Okay.
post things months in advance, and people don't even realize what I'm doing. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's getting shares and likes. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's where I started at. Now for the coach ball this year, it's kind of different because I'm riding the wave off the first one, so it's easier, right? But
Mm-hmm.
when I first started it, my whole campaign was nude, just saying nude over and over again because I know how the human mind works. So I played on
Don't
that,
we?
right? I played on that. I didn't say anything else. I think when I first dropped Coach Ball, all I said was, I'm about to throw an all nude party. That's all I said. And everybody went crazy. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this boy?
They thought she was into that freaky deaky stuff, that
Yeah.
closed door.
Closed door, lock the key, yeah, all that. Nah, but that's marketing. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you can do to get people engaged. But the craziest marketing campaign I ever did was Tequila Garden. That was some good marketing. You ain't seen that?
Break it down for me.
Tequila.
I wasn't able to attend, but I saw some of the things you were posting.
I was just playing with them online all day. So I set up an emoji sequence. I think it was like a bush, a Mexican flag, and a tequila bottle. I set that up and I said, guess the name of the event. And it sparked like a phenomenon online. Everybody was trying to guess it. You know what I'm saying? Over thousands of likes.
Right.
And that's what people forget to do. You got to engage the people. However you want to do it, it depends on the situation. But engagement is everything. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So I know that that was something I struggled with whenever I first started my first business. I knew that marketing was not my strong suit because people have made it this really big cloud, right?
Yeah.
And the only way to get into the cloud, on the cloud, is to listen to somebody or watch what somebody else do and copy that.
Hmm.
Do you believe in a copy and paste marketing campaign, marketing plan, any of that?
No. I believe like to formulate a business and for standard businesses, yes, of course. Like golf courses probably have the same marketing plan.
Most
But
likely.
we got to start looking at entrepreneurship in a different perception. In the beginning of the conversation, you said that I sell and I get clientele because of my personality. It's
Right.
not really hard to create the content when I am the content.
Mm.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, that was a bar.
For real, I can never fail. I am the content, so anything I'm posting is going directly back to the business, whether you believe it or not. For example, I told my Achilles, right?
Hmm.
I'm known to be funny online. So what am I
You
going to
are.
do? I'm going to make a joke about the Achilles. But I also understand that I'm generating revenue and I'm enhancing my brand based on my personality. So if anything happens to me in my life, I feel like I have to formulate it, not everything, but I have to formulate it in a way that I can present it online that is entertaining because that's what my brand is built on. Now, do I
It is.
post everything? No. No, hell no. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying? But
Right.
I do believe, this is my theory, that if I'm going to be, until I have a corporation and a big business where I don't have to use my face, I got to use my face. You see what I'm saying? So
Right.
you don't have to be like, oh yeah, well I woke up this morning, I made a grilled cheese sandwich, I took a shower, I did. You don't have to do all that.
Maybe the tweet by tweet, minute by minute
Yeah,
updates, like,
I mean you
you
can
know,
if that helps your business, cool, you can do that. But I don't think so. Just be visible. Be visible and relatable. That's it.
be visible and relatable. So now I want to break down into, because you're funny and you've always been known as being that guy, you've always been known as being relatable.
I did the Million Man March. I should transcend across the country. How many white
Yeah.
people was there? About 50, 60. That's cool. You feel what I'm
You
saying? I
showed
should,
up. You was
yeah,
there.
I should transcend. You know, I'm not online saying doing derogatory things and nothing like that. I'm not online smoking weed, although I do, but I'm not
Mhm.
doing it. You see what I'm saying? So and I don't have any problem with somebody asking me, "Do you smoke?" Yes. And when they find out I smoke, they get the same thing. Oh well, I never knew you when you're the last person I think when. Why was you?
Mhm.
You didn't went to college
Mhm.
with me. That's what it is, bro. But
Yeah.
I present myself online. That's what you know what I'm saying. Like Kevin Hart said, I'm not about to lose any endorsements doing stupid shit.
Right.
You know,
Definitely. We ain't the baby out here, child. We are
hell
not the
no.
baby.
But see what happened with the baby though.
A lot.
A lot.
Let's ooh,
Yeah, it's
let's
cool.
let's just say a lot. But honestly, I think he bounced back from that.
He
Not as much
he's
as he.
he's bouncing back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't
Yeah.
bounced back, but he's bouncing back.
He
Yeah,
he about to get there.
yeah, he's gonna have a good summer. I feel it. Hmm.
Yeah, because most of his music does come out in the summertime or right before summer. My question is, did you ever think that you would be teaching marketing courses online? Like, did you ever think that you would be able to sit down and teach a course about marketing to other people wanting to learn marketing? Because I'm in the class. I
Right.
love the class.
My thing is, yeah, because I feel like I'm that type of person in person. Like if I see you, you gonna have to tell me to shut up, cause I'm gonna ask you like, hey, shit, how your business doing, or what you working on? You know what I'm saying? I always talk to people in person about the same
Mm-hmm.
thing. So I don't even feel like I'm like, hey, yo, I'm giving you some game. You know what I'm saying? After the class, I got your back regardless. We're gonna run this. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
that's what I'm just trying to build a team. I stopped
Right.
doing classes because I rather do one-on-ones,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm trying to build like a team of people.
Okay.
You know what
What
I'm
type of team are you looking to build? Because I already know you got MUAs on deck. I
saying?
know you have, I think you have an admin,
Hairstylist.
if I'm not mistaken, had a hairstylist. You
Hmm.
also have creative director. Thank you. You have
Hmm.
all of those in line. What else are you looking to build inside of your business to help not only you grow, but your team grow?
Well, I got a business within a business. So those things you mentioned is part of the photography business. But what I'm trying to build outside of the business and Rowan. So you got Roan Media Group. Rowan Media Group is the photography and videography aspect, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the events. Then you got Rowan. Rowan, I'm trying to build a conglomerate of black owned businesses to where it's no middleman and we can just funnel money all day.
Dope.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Dope.
Yep. For
Dope.
somebody to do everything.
Okay. So break it down for me. If I'm looking for X, I need to find Y, and I can find that through Roman.
Right. So Roan Media Group, ideally, when I look at it 15 years from now, every black-owned business has to go through us.
Mm.
Right. We handle all your marketing and all your advertisement. We direct you in the right direction. So everybody is signed to Roan Media Group as far as a marketing company. These
Okay.
white people are charging people $30,000 for half a year of marketing campaigns for some generic bullshit
That may not even work for you.
that may not even work. I'm telling you, it's
Like,
gonna work. Yeah.
so 30 bands is crazy. 30 bands for half a year is insane.
Yes, it
So
is.
and that's going to somebody that probably I've never met, will never meet, and will never have my business's best interest at heart.
Right. So 2 years from now, I want to be able to invite you, anybody else that got a business, to a meeting. Right. And that meeting is about
Hmm.
4 or 5 of us. We set this on the table. This is the campaign what we're gonna do for 6 months. Everything's strategic. Boom. Because what happens is a lot of people got good talent, don't know how to market. A lot of people
Mm.
got good talent, good product, but are bad people. So you spent your whole life being a bad person. Now you can't make money because your face is still representing your business. So you kind of run a
Yes.
media group. Or a media group is representing your business now, not your face. They don't know who business this is.
Right.
That's what needs to happen. A lot of people need to separate their face from their business. Me, I'm just lucky that I don't have to do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right. I remember seeing this was maybe a couple years ago. It was a meme. It was like y'all was rude as hell in high school, and now you trying to sell me a T-shirt. Fuck out my
How?
face.
Fuck out my face. How you gonna do that?
Like what exactly? And a lot of people still carry that same attitude with them to business and wonder why you're not getting sales, your customers aren't returning, et cetera, et cetera.
Facts. You have
So
to be relatable.
you have to be relatable, and you also have to have good customer service experience or
Hmm.
skills. Period. Because you
Yeah,
can't just be running a business and being like, oh, well, you bought it, you bought it. I think
yeah.
not.
No, hell no.
I
Like for example, if you got that hoodie right and it was fucked up, I would have been like, "Hey, Courtney, oh shit, this is what I'm gonna do for you. That's what I want.
right.
I'm gonna give you your money back. Next one come, I got you 100%." So
Bet. And that's what customer service is. And I think that we as business owners, especially black business owners, get a really bad rap from not giving good customer service
but we
skills
gotta
or
give
not giving
ourselves
good
some.
customer service.
It's two sides to that though. It's
Break it
two
down
sides
for
to
me.
that
Put me
because
put me on.
the black people don't understand business outside of the black people. So the thing is that I can tell you something. Your emotions gonna be so high that you gonna want to make a Facebook post, and then after all those comments come in, you gonna realize you was wrong. And when you're
Yeah.
wrong, you're not gonna go back and apologize publicly. I think black people they put too much on black businesses. They almost expect you to fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Their expectations are a lot higher than they
For
are for
what?
Chick-fil-A, H&M, McDonald's,
Yeah, man.
etc.
That's my little standpoint on it, though.
I also believe that. I also think that it's crazy that we are the people that are looked at that complain the absolute most.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes down to businesses, we're also the worst when it comes down to customer service. Those two things can't be true at the same time. Like it shouldn't be true at the same time, but that's how we're looked at.
Yeah, it's true at the same
So
time. It's yeah. It's,
I just don't understand it. I just don't understand it, especially if you are yourself a
I
business owner.
I ordered those hoodies from a black owned business.
Oh, you mean the ones that you got to run around about?
Mm. Yeah, it
But
was
we
still
still sold out.
on the
So
in the first 20 hours. Can't make it up.
that's
That's
crazy.
crazy. Yes, it
That's
is.
crazy.
Mm.
So when you drop the hoodies or you drop the announcement about your hoodies, you also had a lot of other posts about the hoodies. Did you market on Instagram or were you only marketing on Facebook?
I only market on Facebook. That's the problem. And I know I'd be like, I don't market on both because I don't want all the business. I'm tired. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I know that sounds crazy,
Okay.
but I have to be manageable. I can't even manage this shit right now. Balance is hard. You feel what I'm saying? So trying to do it on two different platforms, I can do it. Don't get me wrong, but it's no need for me.
Right.
For other people, maybe. You gotta do what works for you. So no, I mean on my story, yeah, I post sporadically about the hoodies coming. But no, I ain't posting on Instagram at all. I got an Instagram page for the hoodies, but
Right.
my regular page, no. I posted
No.
I posted them when they was on sale.
The one.
Yeah, and they
All
sold,
right.
but they sold.
And they did. And it was because of the marketing you put behind it. And
Yeah,
honestly, I bought a hoodie based off the fact that you posted that you was getting a runaround about it.
my
Because when
nigga.
I saw it, I was like, dang,
See,
what?
but
And I had my post notifications on, and eyes was dropping.
yeah, but what's
I
that
was
called?
waiting.
That's inbound marketing.
It took the words out of my mouth. I'm learning something from that class. You
Right,
hear
because
me?
what happens is that that's part of marketing too. I know people are waiting for the product. Okay, I'm going to tell them what's happening with the process. Boom. Okay, that's going to enhance the anticipation for the product. But it's also going to put me in a position to have to sell them lower than what I was going to sell them because the
Mm-hmm.
season is going to be changing. The day those
Right.
hoodies went on sale, and you wouldn't know now because it's fucking 45 degrees, but the day those hoodies went on sale, it was 75 degrees outside.
Yeah. And folks buying hoodies.
Hoodies, right? But
Crazy.
they buying, if I would have sold them today, I would have been able to sell them at $60, right? But I sold
Mm-hmm.
them in the heat, so I was only able to sell them 45, 55. But I, it's smart to do that. You can't say,
It
hey, yeah,
is.
hoodie $60, nigga, and it's 75
Yeah.
degrees outside. No,
Like, who do you think you are?
Kanye, nigga. How the marketing is with those hoodies is that I'm selling directly to the consumer. If I want to get a big
Mm-hmm.
manufacturer, cool, I can do it. But what happens is that only because it's only 27 hoodies of one design and it only comes out once a year, well, twice a year, because that hoodie is coming back out in the fall. You can't you can't get them. If the demand was
Right.
high, I mean, if the demand was high and the product was low, then I'm in trouble. But the product's high and the demand is high, so I even out. I win.
Marketing 101.
Marketing 101. It's just
Sold
plan
out of
time.
hoodies in 20 hours of them
20
dropping.
hours. 20 hours. Next, I
Crazy.
got to get 1 hour.
When you do 1 hour,
It's over with.
you in charge of my marketing for
It's
any
over.
business I open.
It'd be
You in
over
charge
with.
of my marketing for the rest of the
See,
businesses I got. I
at
promise
that
you.
point, it wouldn't even be marketing. It'll be anticipation, though.
Yeah.
Sell line out. You know what I'm saying? And marketing is connected to anticipation, and anticipation equates to sales. You got to build that up. You know what I'm saying? You just can't drop it like, you know, you just can't drop it
Out
like
the
that.
blue.
Yeah,
Out the
you
blue.
can't, bro. That's no.
So, what are some tips you would give a business owner if they're just starting out for marketing? How would you get them to build brand awareness or increase visibility?
Behind the scenes work, the construction of your
Okay.
business, everything should be documented. I think that people got a bad mindset of saying, okay, cool, I ain't gotta let everybody know all my moves or this and this. Yes, the fuck you do.
You are not Meek Mill. You don't move in silence. Announce every move you make because how they gonna know?
But make sure it's already set up. You know what I'm saying? So if it's going to happen and you're 100% sure, announce it so you can start promoting the process, the behind the scenes. See what
And
behind
you,
it.
okay, so even in your situation, when you announced that the hoodies was dropping, you also announced when you had a backfall,
Hmm.
right? And you kept us in the loop. So that's also a part of talking about your brand, building your brand, because you had what a 2 week, 1 month where we were in limbo, waiting on the hoodies to drop, and then you announced when they finally came. So now I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I schedule out my reels because I don't be having time to be posting, dropping.
That's
Yep, I
cool.
schedule that stuff out. Now the things that come to mind, I'm gonna be doing a lot more of your type of marketing where you're engaging with your audience based on what you post, what you're thinking that day. Yeah,
Talking to
I
the
talk to the
people.
people,
Yeah,
engage
talking to
because
the
I'm trying
people.
to build a community. You have literally
Hmm.
built a
What's
business
it?
on building a community. So what tips can you give me for actually building my community and reaching the audience that I want to reach?
Okay, so my thing is the people that take time, ignore the guys, the thirsty guys, but the people that take time to comment on your shit and like your stuff, like send them things. Like, thank you. Comment back. You know what I'm saying? If somebody sharing your stuff, share three
Right,
of theirs.
right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, actually take time to go on that internet, go on that app, and talk
Mm,
to people. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, build that community, build that trust. Because right now we're in the age of social
right.
media, right? So people really think that they know you, they really think they sit down and talk to you based on what you post, all that. So play on that, and pay attention to who's commenting. Because after a while, you won't be able to pay attention to who's commenting. That's where you want to be at.
Damn.
Facts.
I never
You
thought
know,
about it
so
like that. I used to be the girl where you commented on one of my
yeah,
pictures in my post. I just was gonna like it. And that's all I was ever gonna do. I was gonna
yeah.
like it.
So it depends. It depends. Now, if it's some shit you commented, I like to post some shit. If I know it's gonna get a lot of traction, I'll post it. And I come back to the comments later.
Right? I know that we had to have some type of personal development in there. Do you read books? Like, is that something you do to grow yourself? I should say.
I read one
One.
book. Now, in my life, I always
Mm-hmm.
been a reader, right? But I read one book that I would say
What's the
changed my
book? Because I
life,
need it.
and that was 48 Laws of Power. That's the only book I read now granted, I'm on my journey to where I am starting to research
Mm-hmm.
on books and things like that. But I never been like a let me do research type guy. I always been like hey, I'm a jump. If I fall,
Right.
cool. Now that I'm getting older, I'm realizing that mindset is the
Mm-hmm.
key. But now you gotta like Just go do research. So long as you got the jump mindset, that's what everybody's missing.
48 Laws
That
of
what got me
Power.
this far.
Is it
48
on
laws of
Amazon?
power. It's gonna change your perception.
All right, I'm gonna get it on Amazon. It's
Yeah.
gonna be added to my cart. It's gonna be my March book of the month because I'm trying to do 12 books this year. That's gonna change my life. So
That's
that'll be
cool.
one of the 12. Yeah.
Yeah, but to answer your question, I always felt like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put it on the internet. I'm gonna try to get it seen as much as possible. One day they gonna catch up. My mom always said, one day somebody
Mm.
gonna see you. Now I'm trying to help people get seen.
Dope.
That's a
Look,
bar.
dope.
That's dope. Facts though, man. That shit don't. And you gotta understand, like, this shit takes like a lot of time and
Yes.
consistency. A lot of people was laughing in college. A lot.
What is a
Yep,
piece of
yep, yep.
advice you would give young men
In what
in
aspect?
the aspect of starting a business and coming into who you are?
Well, I think my advice for young men for business would be that'd be the same advice I give anybody. So I don't want to classify it as a sex type thing, but I think as far as men, I think we have to like understand our
Mm.
emotions more. You know what I'm saying? It's a big thing because that's not something that's taught
Right.
to us. But we use the fact that it wasn't taught to us as a
Okay.
crutch. Credit wasn't taught to us. How many times are we gonna use that as an excuse?
Talk to
You see
me.
what I'm saying? So, I think once a man becomes emotional intelligent or he starts to study emotional intelligence, see, he won't be like prone to certain things. He won't react to certain bullshit, and that's going to keep him
Okay.
alive and put him in a position to make better
Okay.
decisions.
Okay.
So, work on your
Okay.
emotions, dog. That's it.
Dope.
That's it. Don't run away from them,
Dope.
though.
Dope.
Just work on them.
And
Yeah.
what is a piece of advice you wish someone would have told you when you first started your photography business or first started Roan Media Group, period?
Well, I think my life goes a little further past Rowan and the photography. I would say like it started when I was
Mm-hmm.
making music. Younger. I want somebody to tell me like, "Hey, bro, it's all right to slow down sometimes. All right, cut down." But everybody, I can't say that. I can't say that. If somebody had to tell me anything, it would probably be, I don't know, because people have tried to tell me to slow down. And it don't end
Mm.
well for them.
Wait, but why
You
do
know what I'm
people tell you to
saying?
slow down though?
Because I
A
work
lot?
almost every hour I'm up. Yeah, no cap. So I'm probably right now. I'm probably working on like 10 projects right now, and then next week those 10 projects will be finished. Now I probably got like when I say 10 projects, that's on top of like 100 that has to be done though. So I'm always
Mm-hmm.
working. You know what I'm saying? So people do tell me like, "Hey, you need to slow down," and shit like that. But I don't
Do you
listen
think you're in the position at
because
all right now to outsource any of the things that you do to other people? Okay,
I
so
do
you
that.
do that. Okay,
I
cool.
do that. Yeah. So like, I don't even outsource it. I give it to people. So if I can't take a booking or whatever, I give it to somebody. Now, as far as outsourcing my edits, that's
Right.
impossible because everybody do it different.
And you are
You
the
see what I'm
artist they
saying? And
came
that's what I'm getting
to.
booked for. Right, I can get you to shoot. Like Janae came out there and shot with me in Dubai, and that's cool. But on some like personal fire creative shit, nah. See, I don't want to curse
Right.
you out, so I'd rather do it
Right.
myself.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Okay.
So nah, I ain't in that
Okay.
position yet. I
Okay.
ain't,
So to wrap up,
no.
this is gonna be the last question I ask. Um,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything that I didn't ask? But I really appreciate you for your time, your knowledge,
No
the
doubt.
gems you have dropped today. I really, really appreciate it. You were actually the first male to be on this show. Yeah,
In there,
to be on this show. I be
in there,
trying to
in there.
highlight black women,
Hopefully,
but
hopefully it starts a ripple
Definitely,
effect and
definitely,
more men come
definitely.
on here.
Um,
That'd be fine.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, Carter. Peace out.